Hey everyone, and welcome to our deep dive today. We're going to be exploring what it would be like to work at Monash University.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah, and thinking about could this be your dream workplace? We're using academicjobs.com as our guide for this.
Okay, cool.
And they have a ton of info about university careers, but get this, Monash is connected to like chart-topping music, A&D hit TV shows.
Wow, really?
Yeah, so let's dive in.
All right. First, a little bit of background. Monash is a public research uni, and it's actually the second oldest in Victoria, Australia. I
Wow.
know, right? Founded in 1958, named after a World War I general. So it's got this history and prestige thing going on.
Definitely.
But what really blew me away was the scale. We're talking multiple campuses, massive student body, thousands of staff members, and a global alumni network.
I love finding these little nuggets.
Oh,
Like, wow, I had no idea. It makes you think. Being part of something that size,
yeah.
with that kind of global reach, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
So we've established Monash is a big deal,
hmm
but what about actually working there? What's in it for you?
Well, according to academicjobs.com, Monash really values employee well-being. They offer all these benefits that go way beyond the basics.
Okay, like what?
One thing that really stood out to me was their commitment to diversity and inclusion.
Yeah, that's super important these days.
Yeah.
Not just ticking boxes,
Yeah.
but like a real culture where everyone feels valued.
Exactly. And speaking of feeling valued, let's talk perks.
Yes, please.
Flexible work arrangements, discounted courses, subsidized sports facilities.
It's like they've thought of everything.
Right. It seems like they're really trying to create a supportive environment
Hmm.
where people can thrive professionally and personally. They even mention exceptional support for professional development.
What does that actually mean?
Well, you dig deeper. You find things like the Monash Mentorship Circle. It pairs employees with senior figures in their field.
Oh, wow.
That's not just development, that's personalized guidance from someone who's been there and done that.
Okay, I'm sold on the vibe. But let's get practical. What kind of jobs are we actually talking about here? Is it all research focused? Or is there more variety?
Well, that's where it gets really interesting. The job listings on academicjobs.com paint a picture of incredible diversity.
Okay, I like what I'm hearing.
You've got research positions, obviously, but also teaching roles, administrative positions, library staff, IT support. It runs the gamut.
Wow, that's actually surprising. I always thought universities were mainly research and teaching.
Yeah, I get that.
But it makes sense when you consider how big Monash is. They need all sorts of experts to keep things running.
Exactly.
So there really is something for everyone.
And that says a lot about them. They value all kinds of expertise, from groundbreaking research
Yeah.
to the people who keep the lights on, so to speak.
Ah, I like that.
So yeah, it's a good sign for anyone thinking about a career there. You can find your niche, whatever your background or passion might be.
Absolutely. Okay, I have to bring up the famous faces again.
Mm.
Academicjobs.com mentions some pretty impressive alumni.
Oh, yeah.
People who have done amazing things in all sorts of fields. We've got Rita Panahi, the journalist, Fiona Spence,
Yeah.
the actress from Home and Away.
Oh, yeah, of course. And we can't forget Vance Joy.
Oh, yeah, he's great.
Riptide. Everyone knows that song.
Such a catchy song.
It's really cool to see how diverse their alumni are. Journalism, entertainment, politics.
It shows how a Monash education can
Yeah.
be a springboard for all sorts of paths.
Totally.
It's pretty inspiring, right?
Definitely.
Makes you wonder. Could you be the next big name to come out of Monash?
I love that.
Maybe we'll be talking about you in a future deep dive.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
It just goes to show these big universities, with all their rankings and stats, are ultimately made up of people with dreams and ambitions.
So true. Now, I know you might have some questions about what it's actually like to be a student at Monash, or even just navigating campus life. Luckily, academicjobs.com has a Q&A section. Gives you a little glimpse into those aspects.
Okay, cool.
They talk about admissions, courses, campus life, the essential stuff.
It's a good starting point. Remember, this deep dive is just a taste. If Monash is on your radar, I really encourage you to explore further. Their website has tons of info, and it's worth checking out. Specific departments or faculties that you're interested in.
Absolutely. But before you do that, let's recap what we've learned about why Monash might be a great place to work.
Okay, let's do it. We've got a massive university with a global reach. They're clearly committed to employee well-being and offer a wide array of job opportunities. Plus, that alumni network is pretty impressive. And let's not forget their commitment to diversity and inclusion.
It paints a pretty positive picture, right?
It does.
But here's the key question. Does any of this resonate with YU?
That's a good question. What are your career aspirations? What kind of environment do you thrive in? What are you passionate about? Maybe Monash is the perfect place to pursue those passions.
And if you're ready to take the next step, I highly recommend checking out academicjobs.com. They have tons of listings for Monash and other top universities, both locally and globally. Your dream job might be just a click away.
You never know.
But don't go anywhere just yet. We'll be right back. To delve even deeper into what makes Monash tick.
I can't wait. Welcome back to our deep dive into Monash University.
We've already uncovered some pretty amazing things about this place.
Like their commitment to employee well-being.
Yeah, for sure.
But now let's shift gears a bit and look at Monash through the lens of its values and how those values translate into real-world impact.
Okay, I'm all ears. Tell me more.
Well, like any large organization, Monash has a set of guiding principles. Things like excellence, integrity, respect.
Bro, values that a lot of universities and companies talk about. Seems pretty standard.
You're right, but it's all about how those values are actually lived out.
Okay, I see what you mean.
And that's what we're going to look at.
So give me an example. How do those values translate into everyday life at Monash?
Let's take respect, for example. Remember how we talked about their commitment to diversity and inclusion?
Yeah.
They're not just paying lip service. They're backing it up with action.
You mean those concrete programs and initiatives you mentioned?
Exactly. They have programs to support underrepresented groups, create a welcoming environment for everyone. It's about fostering a culture of respect that goes through every level of the organization.
So it's more than just ticking boxes. It's about creating that culture where everyone feels valued.
Right.
I like that.
And this type of inclusive environment has a ripple effect.
How so?
It attracts top talent. It fosters innovation. It's a win-win.
Okay, I'm seeing the connection now between their stated values and how they actually play out.
Good.
What about the other values? How do those manifest at Monash?
Well, excellence is a big one. It's evident in their research output.
In what way?
Monash consistently ranks among the top universities in the world for research.
Top in the world. Wow, I had no idea.
It's pretty remarkable. It really speaks to the quality of their faculty, the resources they invest in research, and the dedication of their students.
So working at Monash means being surrounded by some serious brain power.
You could say that.
Sounds like a pretty stimulating environment.
Definitely. And it's not just about those big-name researchers. That commitment to excellence filters down to every level.
Okay.
They even have a dedicated learning and teaching building at their Clayton campus, which shows how seriously they take education.
Yeah, it sounds like they're really invested in creating a culture of learning and discovery, not just for the students, but for their staff as well.
Exactly.
And don't forget the integrity piece.
Right.
Because what good is all that brain power if it's not being used ethically?
Exactly. Monash has strong policies regarding academic honesty, research conduct, financial transparency.
So it's all above board.
They take it very seriously. They even have a whole research integrity office.
Wow.
Dedicated to upholding the highest ethical standards.
So you can feel good about the work you're doing, knowing it's being done the right way.
Exactly. That kind of ethical foundation is important to people.
It's not just about the paycheck anymore.
Right. It's about contributing to something meaningful and doing it with integrity.
Okay, so we've got respect, excellence, integrity, anything else?
There's one more value.
Okay.
That's really central to Monash, and that's engagement.
Engagement. What do you mean by that?
Well, it's about being engaged with your work.
Right.
But it also means Monash is committed to connecting with the wider community.
So you mean like community outreach programs?
Yes. And partnerships with industries to address those global challenges.
So they're not just an ivory tower.
Exactly. They're actively involved in making a positive impact on the world.
That's fantastic. It's about making a difference beyond the university.
Right.
Knowing that your work is having an impact can be really motivating.
Absolutely.
It gives you a sense of purpose.
Yeah.
Like you're part of something bigger.
Exactly.
So far, it sounds like Monash is ticking all the boxes. But let's be real. No workplace is perfect.
It's true.
Any insights into potential downsides?
That's a good point. Every organization has its challenges. But from what we've seen, Monash is trying to live up to their values and create a really positive work environment.
And that's what matters.
It is. When you're thinking about your career, it's not just about the job title or salary.
Right. It's about finding a place where you feel valued.
Yes. Yeah. Where you can make a difference. Be part of something bigger.
I think a lot of our listeners can relate to that.
Absolutely.
And who knows? Maybe that place for you is Monash University.
Maybe.
If you're even a little bit curious, I say go for it. Head over to academicjobs.com and see what they have to offer. You might be surprised.
You might.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here,
We have.
but we're not done yet.
There's more.
I was just going to say that there's
Yeah.
still so much more to explore.
I know, right?
Next, we're going to take a closer look at Monash's commitment to innovation and how it shapes their approach to research and teaching.
Okay, sounds good.
Now, that sounds like a deep dive I can get behind.
Let's do it.
Let's jump right in. All right, we're back and ready to talk innovation. Monash's innovative spirit. You know, when I hear innovation, I think gadgets, tech, all that. But
Yeah.
I have a feeling it goes deeper than that at Monash.
You're right. Innovation at Monash. It's not just about having the latest stuff. It's a mindset, a way of approaching problems and pushing boundaries.
Okay, I like that. It's forward thinking.
Yeah.
But can you give me an example of this innovative spirit in action?
Sure. Let's look at their research. Monash has some seriously cutting-edge facilities, like the Woodside Building for Technology and Design. It's a hub for collaboration, bringing together people from different fields. And it houses these state-of-the-art labs and workshops.
So what are they working on there?
They're tackling some of the world's biggest challenges, things like sustainable energy solutions and advanced manufacturing techniques.
Wow, that's impressive. But how does this innovation extend beyond research? Say someone's in a teaching role or an admin position.
That's a great question. It's about the environment they create. They encourage everyone to be curious, to question things, to come up with new ideas.
I like that. It's engaging for everyone.
Exactly. And this approach has led to some amazing things. Well, for instance, Monash played a big role in developing the world's first cervical cancer vaccine.
Wow, that's incredible. It really shows the power of their approach. And it ties everything together. Their commitment to excellence, their focus on real-world impact, their dedication to employee well-being, it all creates this vibrant and innovative environment.
It really does. It's clear. Monash is more than just a university. It's a community of passionate people
Yeah.
who are driven to make a difference.
And that's what makes a workplace special. So what's the one key takeaway you want our listeners to remember about Monash?
If you're looking for a workplace where you can learn, grow, be challenged, and contribute to something meaningful, Monash is worth considering. It's a place where innovation thrives and where you can truly make a difference.
Well said. And if you're intrigued by what you've heard today, check out academicjobs.com. They have so many job openings at Monash and other amazing universities. All over the world, your dream job could be just a click away.
So go explore, see where your career path takes you. You never know. You might find your next adventure at Monash.
That's right. There's a whole world of opportunities out there, so keep learning, keep growing, keep exploring. And who knows, maybe we'll feature Wade Jew in a future deep dive.
Until then, best of luck in your career journey.